What's up, guys? Tanner Kern here from bparlay.com. Hope everyone is doing well. First off, before we get in the video, hope everyone had a huge week of winning during week one of the NFL regular season. You play to win the game. You bet to win money. Scared money don't make money. If you had a rough week during week one, who cares? Throw out the window. It's a fresh slate during week two. We play to win the game. You bet to win money. Scared money don't make money. If you're thinking, hey, maybe I shouldn't bet this week. I had a rough week one. I'll save it for week three, week four. No. You play to win the game. You bet to win money. Scared money don't make money. If you're not betting confident, if you think you're going to lose when you place a bet, you're giving money to the sports book. Confidence breeds success, and success wins. That's what you need to know here at bparlay's YouTube channel, Week 2 NFL Picks. Let's talk about Week 1 NFL Picks. Thank you to everyone who viewed that video. 9,000 views is remarkable considering the number of subscribers we had. And if you left a comment, even better, guys. We appreciate it so much. Some of you ripped me up. Some of you gassed me up. Others just made fun of me for saying freaking. I don't care. We're going to the freaking moon here at bparlay's YouTube channel. Thanks to all of you. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Comment on the videos. Give us a like. Really means a lot to us here on the channel. So let's get right into it, guys. Giants versus the Washington football team. We talk about smashing the subscribe button. If you have not smashed the under in this game already, you're outside of your freaking mind. We look at this game. New York Giants, Daniel Jones. Is he a good quarterback? To be determined. That's what I'm going to say about that. He doesn't have much of an offensive line. Saquon Barkley is beat up. They're going to rely on Saquon Barkley, a beat up Saquon Barkley, to carry the load here, keeping the clock moving. We look at the Washington football team. Their front seven needs to get better this week. They were horrendous last week. They should be better this week against a lackluster New York Giants offensive line. And also, Ryan's Fitzmagic. There were no signs of magic last weekend with him. He's hurt. He's got a hip injury. He's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. Taylor Heineke, he's starting. I know we had playoff Heineke last year. We loved it so much, but is he back? He did well when he came in, but is he going to bring this game over? Hell no. Stay away from the points. Stay away from the money lines. Smash the under of 42.5, and you are going to have a lot of success here to start the week off. Then we'll go to the Raiders and the Steelers. The Steelers marched into Buffalo. Big old scary Buffalo. Buffalo's bad. They don't care. They beat up the Buffalo Bills. They made every yard hard to earn. Josh Allen is probably still having nightmares. Was he efficient? Not really. He had a bad completion percentage. He didn't turn the ball over. But when we look at this game, the Pittsburgh defense won the Steelers the game. Ben Roethlisberger needs to be better this week. Derek Carr is going to put up some points against the Steelers, probably. I still like their defense a lot in this matchup. I think the Steelers are going to cover with ease, though, honestly, as long as Ben Roethlisberger improves. Steelers -5.5. Get after it right now. Then we'll go to the Eagles and the 49ers. The Eagles are hosting the 49ers this week. Eagles are going to be home dogs in this game. As much as I say, I think the 49ers come in here and steamroll the Eagles, I can't. I can't do it. The Eagles walked into Atlanta last weekend. They had a great week. They blew them off the field. Now, I know Atlanta's not good at football. I'm not saying Atlanta's good. Someone in the comments is going to say, oh, you like the Eagles. Atlanta's not good. I'm not saying that. Have we seen Philadelphia fans? They ride off momentum. This team wins off momentum. This is the same thing when they had Big Dick Nick in the Super Bowl a few years ago. This team builds off momentum. They have it right now. They cover +3.5. I do think the 49ers win this game, but I think the Eagles bring it right down to the wire. I like the Eagles at +3.5. Then we'll go Houston Texans versus the Cleveland Browns. Browns at -12.5. You know what? Yeah, the Texans had a good week. They played against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars might not have a coach soon. Urban Meyer's going back to the college ranks, or he's just quitting football. I don't know. But when we look at this game against the Browns are on a different level. They almost beat the Chiefs last weekend in just a remarkable game. Baker Mayfield made a stupid play at the end of the game. He did get hit as he threw. Go back, watch the highlights. I'm not breaking that down here. But I like Cleveland to cover. I know 12.5 is a big ask. But, the Texans, I'm not very impressed with the Texans. They did play well against the Jags, but still, come on, it's the Jags. Go with the Browns at -12.5 here. Then we'll go to the Jags here. Denver Broncos versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I like the Broncos at -6. The Broncos look strong against the Giants in their season opener. Like I said, Urban Meyer's heart is not into coaching right now. He doesn't want to be there. The upgraded Jacksonville defense, Urban Meyer's upgraded Jacksonville defense, gave up 37 points to the Texans. 37 points to the Texans, who we didn't think was going to have an offense. I like the Broncos to cover in this game. They look good against the Giants. Should look even better against Jacksonville Jaguars, honestly. Then we'll go Saints versus Panthers. I laugh when I see this game because crab leg Jameis Winston won. He beat Aaron Rodgers and the Packers last weekend. Do we realize how remarkable that is? Do we realize how remarkable? It's freaking amazing. All right, crab leg Jameis Winston throws interceptions like the back of his hand. Like he's an interception machine, and he beat Aaron Rodgers. He didn't just beat Aaron Rodgers, he blew the Green Bay Packers off the field. Now, the Drew Brees era is over in New Orleans. I'm not buying into the Jameis Winston hype yet. The bottom line in this game is under 44.5 is a great bet. All right, we look at the Saints. Are we going to get what we got from them last weekend? I doubt it. You look at the Panthers. Sam Darnold still playing quarterback. I know he had a good weekend last week, but you know what? Still, the Jets gave him some trouble. They're going to rely on Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey touched the ball 20-something times between running, throwing. That's how they win games. It's going to keep the clock moving. The game is going to stay under 44.5 points. Bet on that. Then we'll go Rams versus Colts here. I love the Rams at -4. You know, Rams at -4, honestly, it's kind of a steal. It's a big-time steal because the Colts don't have great protection. Carson Wentz looked better than we thought he was going to be, but still does not have great protection. Matt Stafford shined in the opener with this team. He looks very comfortable playing in Sean McVay's offense. He looked very comfortable playing with a championship caliber franchise. He must just be so happy to be out of Detroit. I don't know what's going through Matt Stafford's head. The only thing that's going through his head is winning games. He's at the Dodgers game the next night, cheering on his buddy Clayton Kershaw. He loves Los Angeles. The wife loves Los Angeles. The kids love Los Angeles. Rams at -4. That's what you need to know. They march into Indy and they beat the shit out of the Colts. They'll go Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins. If there's one game on the slate that I think is going to be an upset, and maybe two, there's two games, but I will say the first one is the Bills and the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins at +3. Do I think the Dolphins win this game? I'm not so sure, but I do like them to cover. I think they're going to win this game. I think they could win this game. I think they could. Tua looked pretty good last weekend against the Patriots. The thing that you notice against the Miami Dolphins is the one thing, they made plays in critical moments of the game last week against the New England Patriots. We can sit here and say, hey, the Patriots gave them the game. No, Miami made the plays when they needed to make them. The Buffalo Bills did not look good against the Steelers. I'm not betting on the Bills until they show me that they can look good, because in week one, everyone's good. Everyone's good or bad based off what we see in the offseason, the rosters, whatever. Now it's real. It's go time. Buffalo didn't show up last weekend. Miami did. I like Miami to march in there or host the Bills and beat them. Cover for sure. Beat them probably. You want to take a risk, take them on the money line. I'm not going with that. I'm going with +3. Then we'll go Patriots, Jets here. The Panthers covered against the Jets last week. So, I mean, if the Panthers can cover against the Jets at -5, I believe so, it was a push. I think I locked them in at -4.5. But if they can cover against the Jets, the Patriots can cover. Mac Jones has been sensational, has not turned the ball over much, or hasn't turned the ball over at all. Let me rephrase that. Preseason, regular season, week 1, has not turned the ball over once. That's what you need to know about Mac Jones. And I mean, the Patriots are going to run the football. They're going to run the football, establish the ground game. The Jets do pose some threats. I'm going to be honest about that. The Jets can be a little scary against the young Patriots team, but I do like the Patriots at -5.5. Then we'll go Bengals, Bears here. You want to talk, this isn't even an upset. I think the Bengals should be favored in this game, honestly. It's just because they're on the road. Bengals upset the Minnesota Vikings last week. They're going against the Bears this week. Joe Burrow, sensational. Joe Burrow's back. Forget about the injury. He's ready to go. Bears were embarrassed by the Rams in the opener. We thought that was going to happen. There was a dude that put $45,000 down on the Bears in the season opener. That was stupid because he lost a lot of money. If you put down $45K against the Bears this week, you're probably still going to lose. Getting the Bengals as dogs on the points, huge win here. Lock it up now. This line will shift. I don't guarantee, but I think the Bengals will be down to like 1.5, 2 points by kickoff. So lock them up now if you like the Bengals at +3. Then we'll go Falcons, Buccaneers. Tom Brady is already trolling the Atlanta Falcons, so that's not good news for them because we know how Tom Brady plays against the Falcons. Buccaneers at -11.5. I've seen this line at -12.5. I've seen it at 10.5. It shifted back up to 11.5. I like this at 11.5. I really do. I think the Buccaneers will win by 2 touchdowns. We saw what they did last week with Tom Brady leading a touchdown drive. Falcons were defeated by the Eagles. Terrible performance by the Falcons. I don't think they're going to do much better against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers should cover. They'll move to 1-1 against the spread. Tom Brady didn't cover last week. Good teams win, great teams cover. We know the phrase, but they're going to cover this week. Go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I like the Buccaneers much more at -11.5 than I do the Falcons at +11.5. I'm not asking that team to go in and cover against Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Tampa. Then we'll go Vikings versus Cardinals here. We look at this game. I mean, what more can you say about Kyler Murray and the Cardinals? It's pretty remarkable what they did. They marched into Tennessee last week, and they just put on a freaking show. It was fun to watch. I think they cover again this week. Cardinals -3.5. That's kind of a lock. Vikings are riding pretty low after getting beat by Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Can the Vikings play? Yeah, they're pretty talented, but they got beat up in the trenches, and that's where this game's going to be won. The thing about Kyler Murray is he can make plays on his own. He doesn't need a great offensive line, but if they give him a little space, they give him a little time, give him a few holes to work with, the dude's freaking legit. It's not even funny. Go with the Cardinals at -3.5. Then we'll go Titans Seahawks here. The Titans didn't show up in the opener, as I just addressed that. I mean, +5.5, though. I like them to cover against the Seahawks. They're going to need to limit Russell Wilson's big playability. Tyler Lockett had a huge game last week. I mean, DK Metcalf has not shown up yet. When he starts to show up, this team's going to be even scarier, but they need to limit the big play. If they do that, Titans cover, I believe, on the road. We look at the Titans. They got Julio Jones. They got AJ Green. They got dudes on that team. They got Derrick Henry. I mean, that's pretty scary right there. They just got to figure out a way to get the train moving here. And when they do, they're going to be fine. Just because they got beat by the Cardinals last week, who cares? They didn't show up. Week 2, it's about bouncing back. That's what they're going to do this week. All right, then we'll go Cowboys Chargers here. Cowboys money line, my first money line bet on here. I usually love doing the points because the spread is the great equalizer. You can take dogs, obviously. But I like the Cowboys as a dog on the money line. They showed me a lot against the Buccaneers. I think they showed America a lot. If it wasn't for Tom Brady, the GOAT, they would have won that game. If Tom Brady doesn't drive the team down the field, the Cowboys are winning that game. So we look at here. I mean, the Chargers love to throw the football. This is a decent over bet, I think. I mean, it's 55.5. I wouldn't want to take the under. That's what I'm going to say. 55.5 is a massive total, but I would not want to take the under, especially with Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott leading the way. Cowboys on the money line have amazing value. +134. You could stick this in a risk parlay. You could bet it straight up. It's a very good option. Go with the Cowboys on the money line. I believe they're +3, +2.5. I think they have much more value on the money line. Then we'll go Chiefs and Ravens here. Chiefs at -3.5 versus the Ravens. The Ravens are a one-man team now. Ravens are a one-man team with Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's good enough to win by himself. I really don't. He can run the football, whatever. He needs people to throw to. He needs people to hand off to. He doesn't have it. He needs offensive linemen. Everyone's getting hurt. Everyone's getting hurt. The Raiders, that's why they beat the Ravens the other night, because the Ravens don't have dudes. So we look at this game here. Chiefs are never out of games. They proved that against the Browns. Big comeback by Patrick Mahomes. Go with the Chiefs, man. -3.5. Are you kidding me? This is a steal. Then we'll go Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers. Final game of the week, Monday Night Football. Lions 11.5, +11.5. They're 1-0 against the spread in 2021. The Packers did not show up in week 1. As we know, crab leg Jameis Winston whooped their ass. But here's the thing. Asking the Packers at -11.5 to cover against the Lions, who played well against the 49ers, is a big, big ask, even for Aaron Rodgers. Now, I don't think Aaron Rodgers wants to be in Green Bay. And that could be a reason that they didn't play well in the opener. Who knows? We need to see more of this team. I like the Lions at +11.5 based off what they did against the 49ers. If they can bring that same juice, bring that same energy, they are going to cover in this game. Good teams win, great teams cover. Lions, I don't think they're a great team, but they do cover this weekend. That's what you need to know. That does it for our Week 2 NFL picks, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Smash that subscribe button just like you're smashing the under in the Giants and Washington game on Thursday night, guys. Make sure you subscribe. We got daily picks, daily parlays, these NFL picks coming out every Tuesday. We appreciate all the support, guys, and we're going to keep it up thanks to you guys. More subscribers, more videos, more content to win for all of us. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and we will talk to you next week for another episode of NFL Picks.